What?
Are you doing?
I'm checking a sequencing thing about the fight phase.
No. There's no need to do that, because 11th, Armageddon's coming out.
When?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday? Right, now that panic's out of the way, yeah, Armageddon's coming next week. Hi folks, I'm Dan, and welcome to the Outpost Dispatch, which is your chance to procrastinate while staying up to date with everything tabletop. This week we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. We're also going to talk about a couple of new things I've heard coming down the grapevine. There's been a rumour from the Colour Forge, and there's also been a Shatterpoint balance pass, which I wanted to just touch on. And then I want to talk about how we can keep you cool during this scorching hot weather with some of our latest additions to the Outpost bar lineup. So let's dive on in. And I mean, I guess the first thing to do is, it's time for the 10th edition rulebook to get lost down the back of the sofa. So, bye. That's that dealt with. So yeah, Armageddon's coming next week, folks, to pre-order. So it looks like it'll be a week on Saturday. It'll be going up for pre-order. Games Workshop have teased it this week in the Sunday community article that's just been. So yeah, we would assume Armageddon's coming. Now, FAQs first. No, we don't know the price. We don't know how many we're getting. No, we can't take pre-orders. You can still sign up to the interest list. The interest list will be open until Sunday. It will close on Sunday night. So if you want to express your interest for an Armageddon box, get your name down and then we will go from there. You will know what we know as we know it. We'll post it on socials and all the rest of it. Exciting times. It's something I'm looking at jumping back in with, getting a bit of 11th in, so maybe we'll see some of you on the tabletop. But now that's out of the way, the 10th edition rulebook is long gone. I want to touch on a few things, but first I am a little bit thirsty from all the running around and panicking, so I'm just going to get myself a nice cold refreshing beverage. I'm going to pour it into a cup full of ice, because we know an ice machine, which will make your drinks nice and cold. It means we can do things like iced coffees, spirits and mixers with ice, you know, we've got ice for your ciders, and all the things you want. We've got ice now, so it makes it nice and temperate on a hot day. So let's have a little swig of this.
Let's kick it.
Oh, that hits the spot. Cherry cola beverage, non-specific branding. Yeah, a couple of cool things that I've seen floating around on the Ethernet this week. Ethernet, God, how old am I? Internet. Colour Forge, they've put up some sort of teaser thing, said, ooh, something might be coming. I don't know what it is. I mean, they make spray paint, so it could be spray paint, I guess. But I guess we'll find out. So that's coming up probably this week, so we'll see what they come out with. But something cool coming from Colour Forge, apparently, which I'm always excited for, because they are mon favorite. And then Shatterpoint. There's been a balance pass. It's a bit of an interesting one, because they were sort of said, oh, you know, we're trying to balance some things that we didn't get right on launch, so like maybe some overtuned units or whatever. And I was like, cool, maybe Cassian's going to get a little bit of a taken down a peg or two, because his box is a little bit oppressive. They didn't really do much to it, to be honest. Cassian Andor's box, I mean, he had an ability where if someone claimed a struggle, which is like a round, and one of the players won that, then Cassian and his squad had some abilities that they could do and stuff, which is fine. It was quite strong. But they've changed it so that it only works now when your opponent claims a struggle. So it's a bit of a catch-up mechanic rather than like a win hammer, I suppose. But yeah, it deals damage and stuff. So for me, I don't really see it as a negative, because if you win a struggle, your models will be on the points, so then you risk taking damage using Cassian's ability, whereas when your opponent claims one, you always want them to take damage. So I don't really see it as that much of a nerf. So yeah, interesting. Although Padme and the Handmaiden's got a little bit of love. They got a slight reworking, so they're slightly better. I'll give them a try and see how they shape up in the wider meta of Shatterpoint. But that's really cool. And that's all really. There's not a great deal more. It's a bit of a quiet week. It's sort of the calm before the storm, I imagine. I know Sasha and I are quaking in our boots because we've always got heckin' lots to do when it comes to a 40k release. So please bear with us and stay tuned to socials, Discord, the newsletter. Sign up to the interest list if you haven't already done so. And we'll get all your updates to you as soon as we can. And we'll see you next week for Armageddon. Remember, your hobby lives at the Outpost. See you next week.